Full time. Bournemouth 0, Villa 1. Not the result we wanted, Paul, but not the performance we wanted either, really, to be fair, was it?
No, we looked a bit jaded. I think Villa very physical, but they were time wasting from minute one, and we just couldn't cope with their sort of match tactics really today. I think they were better than us, just enough. We just looked really tired.
We did look tired, but what really struck me was the lack of quality in the final third.
Yeah.
So many crosses went straight into Martinez, or crosses pretty much over everyone. Yeah. The final touch wasn't there, and I think that missing the last few seconds from Daniel Jefferson probably summed up a lot of the performance.
Yeah, I generally thought the defender had got in front of him, but if he's missed that, that's shocking, really. I mean, that's sitter, isn't it? But yeah, we just didn't have the quality at all. The Tavernier hit their defender every time that he tried to cross the ball. They were there first. Yeah, it just wasn't our day today, and it's unfortunate, especially with the results going the other way. We're now 2 points behind 8th, so quite a lot of work to do against Man City and Leicester.
I mean, Villa's, they had a lot of gamesmanship going on, but that's exactly the kind of thing I'd want my team to do if we were in the same position. Yeah. And they actually played in the first half. It really surprised me. I thought, I was doing previews and opposition previews and all that kind of stuff, and I just thought they would play how we want them to. They didn't, because they know how we struggle, and they deployed that tactic, and it worked. Yeah,
a lot of teams come here, park the bus to try and nullify us, and it worked perfectly today for Villa, unfortunately for us.
Right, Paul, thanks very much, mate. Noah, how are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, except for the loss.
Yeah, talk to me, right? Highs and lows during that performance, more lows than highs. It wasn't any. Usually when we lose a game, it's even still quite exciting for us under Iraola ball, but that one wasn't.
No, it wasn't. And the referee, it's not all about him. We should have had 3-5 penalties.
There was one in the that I saw where it seemed to bounce up onto his hand, but I don't know what happened there, whether VAR checked it, but they seemed to let it go, so I don't know what was going on there. Did you have a man of the match from all that?
Smith.
Adam Smith, yeah.
400 appearances, pretty impressive.
And what a yellow card to get. Like, if you're going to get one, and do it in style like Adam Smith did. No, nice one. Thanks for coming on, mate. Steve.
How you doing, Sam?
I'm
going to say this. I refuse to be disappointed. Yeah. Just one of them things. We've played brilliantly. We've got to look at the whole season, not just today. I mean, today, they were some big guys, weren't they? They were towering above us. Yeah. I thought our style of play today was a little bit slow, a bit tippy-tappy, not enough going on. But then I think back 7 days to Arsenal, and it can put a smile on my face, and I can think of the results we had at Newcastle and the results we had at Everton, and it goes on, and it's been a fabulous season. And if it's come to an end, the European run today, well, so be it. We're ahead of schedule. There's still the opportunity next season with new players coming in. The squad's going to be built up. I mean, look at Villa. They towered above us. They were strong throughout. I mean, the goal that was scored by Watkins was rather brilliant.
It was good, but it was from our own overplaying in that corner from Semenyo where he's kind of dribble out, and he should have just got rid of it. Easy to say in hindsight, though, I suppose.
It is. Another thing is, next week we've got a week Tuesday we've got Man City away, and although Southampton managed to scratch a draw against them today, our chances...
That's not going to make him angry then.
It would be ironic to Palace suddenly beat City in the FA Cup and left a lot of crying Brentford fans. That's all I can say. Not that I've got anything against Brentford, but one of them things. Don't be disappointed. Cherish the moments we've had this season. Next year's going to be better.
Steve said, cheers, Steve.
All right,
thanks
mate.
very much.
Bye.
Hello, Abby. You all right? I saw you before the game, and that was the performance that we really didn't want, wasn't it?
No, I think that Villa came with a game plan and executed it really well until the red, which I'm sure they would have preferred not to do, but I think we just played into their hands, and it was another game where it was a bit Palacey, like when we were playing Palace, and just we can't play against low blocks, we don't have any ideas, and we're probably missing Christie, and we're just missing like a creative midfielder. I feel like we're just doing a lot of Parker-esque passing in front of the box without doing anything, and a lot of, like you can tell by them like gesticulating, like going like this a lot, and Tyler Adams particularly was kind of going like saying someone move and then no one was moving, so it was just really frustrating, and I just think Villa played like how they wanted to, I think, and they are huge.
They are massive at the back.
Massive.
Yeah, I feel like our wingers weren't particularly on it today.
No,
Semenyo wasn't. I mean, Tavernier was not great.
It was Semenyo's fault.
Yeah.
It happened right in front of me as well, and I was all of us just going, just clear it, just clear it, just clear it, and then just played that one bit too much. You know, tried to take on 3 players, and that's hard enough. You know, don't try it, especially where he was. But other than that, like, it was one of those games where Villa didn't do much, and they didn't have to though. Like, as soon as they got that goal, and it came at a really bad time. But we didn't threaten either until they went down to 10, and even then, it just got summed up by that final Jebo steaming in and somehow clattering it over the bar.
No idea how that happened.
I don't know what happened there.
So is the E word definitely off the table then? Probably is.
Probably, I would say, unless we pull off do the double on City and do the double on us, as we've done the double on Arsenal, maybe. But then it'd be very us to draw to Leicester on the last game. So I'd say it's probably over. But then Palace might win and it would have been over anyway.
Exactly.
And then maybe we wouldn't care. So I'm looking forward to the summer, and it's been a great season anyway, I think. So I'm not going to be too disappointed if we don't get Europe, because I like to think we can build for next season.
Hey, Abby, thanks for coming on. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Hello, mate. You all right? How are you? How are we?
Yeah, we're disappointed, but I mean, I'm no tactician, but like Emery, he set them up really well against us. You know, we're
being too nice. We're being too nice, sir.
We struggled. He was. You know, yes, okay. You might say we weren't on our A game, but they were set up. You know, low block.
Try that again. When you think of the calibre of teams that they've played in Europe and they've dealt with relatively well, facing a below par Bournemouth today, it sort of made it a little bit easier for them. But they did it in a very unconventional way, I've got to say. They
kept slowing the game down. They, falling over and whatever. I thought the second half, when David Brooks made a difference, Marcus Senesi made a difference, without a doubt. Jebber at the end, that would have pleased no one else but Tom. He'd have been really chuffed, that's for sure, as we all would have been. We just weren't on our A game. They were really well set up. We lost. You know, European, the dream is probably over. You know, never say never. Yeah. But actually,
I mean, you've just said it twice.
Yeah. You know what? It might be a good thing.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible to say that. It might be a good thing when next year we just regroup, and then be ready with a slightly deeper squad, and who knows. But we've done well this year. And it's not over yet.
Exactly.
We've got City to get 3 points, and we got Leicester where we should get 3 points. So come on, let's be positive. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Right.
Appreciate
Thanks
that.
ever so much. Cheers.
Lawrence and Sally. This is a very different type of mood than it was last weekend, eh?
It definitely was. Yeah, we definitely had no Django without Dango, right? We definitely missed him.
Well, you're the star of the TV. There's the camera. Come on, face the camera for us,
That's
Lawrence.
what I'm trying to get him to do. He's not very good at listening to me.
Yeah, that was and the goal. Well, he should have kicked it out. Shouldn't he? Fiddled around there, you know, showboating, and thought he was going to do good, but it's actually his fault that they scored. But all in all, we've had a wonderful time.
Well, that's it. So you're going back now?
On Wednesday. We're going to come on Monday. Come on Monday. Everyone's going to come Monday, right?
But, I mean, you can't ever forget those memories at the Emirates with that Arsenal win.
Incredible.
Sally, you must have loved that.
I'm not. Oh, are you kidding? You couldn't take me off the ceiling. I was so excited. However, I'm still supporting these guys, and they worked hard, and they had a lot of great chances. Yeah. And poor Semenyo, maybe. Oh God. Just holding his head,
right
so
in the
upset.
end there, that was
so
bad.
That
was, I thought that was in, didn't you? I was blaming.
Can we just take time to appreciate this jacket as well, by the way? Look at this masterpiece. Beautiful thing, man.
I got them in 3. I got a red one, actually. I should have bought a red one, right? A red one and a turquoise one.
Yeah.
But I'll send you one.
Oh, fair play. I've got your card now, so I'll be chasing you up. But,
well, that was great, man. We've had a wonderful time, and thank everybody for being so nice to us. There you go. Sorry we didn't bring you any points on this game, but
never mind. We're close.
Not for lack of effort.
What happened?
I
with
was
the other
screaming.
games? Are we still somewhere there?
Fulham dropped points, which is good, but the other two won, so we're now 10th place in the league. So it's not, 2 points behind 8th place, so it's still doable. Just takes one weekend of results to turn things around, but It's not looking
Brentford,
likely, but
Brentford
you never know.
looks good to me. Brentford.
And their fixtures are favourable as well.
Yeah.
Probably more than us, but hey,
Well, we're going to do the double like we did over Arsenal, over City.
I will hold you to that.
Okay.
So nice to see you,
Okay,
gents.
guys, see
Give me
you
a
guys.
fist bump. Thank you so much.
Up the
In all
Cherries!
departments. Thank you so much. Cheers, appreciate that. Neil's here. How are you, Neil? All right.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit underdressed.
Well, where's your shiny jacket?
Yeah, I've left it at home.
It wasn't a shiny performance, was it?
It wasn't a very shiny performance at all. It's a really frustrating one, wasn't it? And I know Villa came to make it difficult for us. They turned us round at the start and that sort of stuff. Kept us waiting in the second half before they came out. But we didn't do ourselves any favours, I don't think.
No.
I don't know where Tav was first half. I hardly saw him.
Yeah, I don't want to be. It sounds really salty, but I don't want to say that Villa won that game because it felt like we lost it. Is that a bit?
No, I think so. I mean, we didn't give them enough to worry about, did we? How many times the long throws in the corners go straight into Martinez, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and we're just putting it straight into the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
And it's no problem for him. It was just so frustrating. Yeah.
It's I've usually can pick out some positives, but I don't know. I mean, it was a positive that we were playing against 10 men and we tried and we were looking better. We were getting more shots in that last 10 minutes, I swear, than we had in sort of most of the game. But even that just final third, we weren't there at all, were we?
No, we weren't. And the number of times that Ever makes some space, and you can see from behind the goal a ball into space ahead of him, and he's on the right side to get the ball.
Yeah.
We tried it once in the first half. Alex Scott did it, but no one else. I mean, if there are some positives, I think. I mean, David Brooks looked quite hungry, I thought, wanting to get involved.
Yeah.
I thought Michael Senesi showed us the little bits that we'd missed with not having him in the team. But apart from that, it was all pretty flat.
Yeah, never mind. Neil, nice to see you, mate.
We move on.
We move. Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
All right, Josh. You all right? Talk to me then.
No positives apart from that last 10 minutes, which is normal. We always start playing better in the last 10 minutes. Considering coming off a win against Arsenal, that was very disappointing. The referee played it into their hands most of the half because of the yellow cards. Marco Asensio should have gotten a second yellow card. I didn't even know Ramsey was on a yellow card in the first place. I was confused about that, but Asensio should have been sent off in the first place. I don't know what positives there are to go off of that game.
Probably said it all, I think. I mean, have you got a man of the match to come out of that, or struggling? Because I thought Kepa actually did all right.
Yeah, if you look at the clear-cut chances on the Sky Sports app, we had 0, they had 2, and I would give it to Kepa because there's that double save he made, and he actually had quite a good game. I will give a worst player on the pitch was Tavernier. He was very off.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing well.
Fair play. Josh, you said it all there. Thank you so much. Bring on your dad. Hello, mate.
you
Hello.
all right?
I'm doing this today.
Okay, nice to
Tiggs
see you.
was in hospitality.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in hospitality. He's looking dapper, by
nice.
the way. We might try to get him on. We'll see. We'll see if
Anyway,
Tiggs wants to come on.
let's get to it. Now, I know Josh got told off for swearing one time, but I'm going to do it twice.
Right then.
That was a lesson in big game bollocks
Oh, yeah.
and shithousery
Yeah.
from the opposition, and that is a massive lesson. I've
Yeah.
spoken about lessons before. As we move up the levels within the league, we've got a lot of lessons to learn, and that's another lesson.
Yeah.
There are certain games where you've got to just be a bit more at it, a bit more aggressive, a bit more pushy, and you've got to give it to him. I think we gave him too much respect. And in the first half, we weren't aggressive. We go down the channels. We didn't go down the channels. We go back again. No one took anybody on. But it's frustrating, but lessons. Just learn and be better next season. That's all I want to see. So if we don't make it, and it's frustrating, learn the freaking lessons and get better, lads. You've got it in you. Man of the match, David Brooks.
Yeah, he did well.
I thought in a difficult mixture of 50-50 kind of man of the match scenarios, I'll give it to him with a shout for Kepa.
Was he sort of playing alongside Tyler Adams? It seemed to be that
Kind
case.
of,
I mean,
but
I wasn't sure what was going on at the end.
He was given that kind of role that I guess Alex Scott's meant to have, but he just seemed a little bit more composed on the ball, but that's probably because he had a player sent off.
Exactly, yeah.
Although I have to say, for most of the time after they had a player sent off, it didn't look like they'd have a player sent off.
Yeah.
Aggression, learning, lessons, next time we win at City.
Fair play.
Up the Cherries.
Ben, and then we'll bring you on. Now, mate. You're right. Because you're in hospitality, you probably want to go back and see who's the man of the match. I'm interested to see who will be voted, because I can't remember. Was anyone voted man of the match?
Jebbo?
I can't remember.
Jebbo, maybe.
Mate.
I'm never doing hospitality again after that. It's a bad luck charm. But I'm glad I didn't come on as soon as the game finished, because my head was gone. Luckily, I've been able to maybe become a little bit more level-headed. But apparently, Tom said Jebbo was offside for the miss. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's me just trying to cope somewhat. But we didn't deserve anything from that. I feel like we never really play well against 10 men. I thought Villa managed the game exactly how they should have, and exactly how I would want us to manage a game if we went 1-0 up and it's a crucial part of the season. But that performance was embarrassing. I think it was nothing short of embarrassing. It's one of the biggest games of the season in terms of fighting for Europe. It's a home game against a team that's had a few slip-ups in form recently. You know, they lost to Palace, and they got over the line just against Fulham, a bit like they did today. And we had one shot inside the first 75 minutes.
Yeah. One
shot. That's not good enough. I feel like no matter who we're playing, even if we're playing Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, you know, nothing more to be said about them. But yeah, we were horrendous, and I feel like Villa are our bogey team a little bit, because I know
that's 5 now we've not won against them.
We clipped something against them back in October when Evan Nilsson scored, but we didn't create much that game, and it was just a moment of magic that really drew us that game. And then
Travers kept us in that game,
yeah,
I seem to remember.
Exactly. So it feels like we have little individual moments against them that can get us points, but never 3 points. They're better than us, and that today showed why they were better than us, because even when they went down to 10 men for that 15-20 minutes, we did nothing apart from that Jebbo miss. We had nothing else. Yeah, I didn't think Scott was great today. I thought no one was great today, so I'm gonna not try and pick on people after that. But yeah, I really don't want to do Man City now, especially if we see something like that, because you just don't know what Bournemouth side is going to turn up. Whether we're going to come and win 3 or 4-0, or you know.
Me and you both hadn't bought our tickets, and then after Arsenal, we were lured in, absolutely seduced by that performance. So now we're going. And it's probably not going to happen now, is it? Probably not going to happen. But you know what? Maybe they'll win the FA Cup. Maybe they'll have a hangover on Sunday, Monday. Then comes the Tuesday. They'll all be knackered. I'm hoping here. More in hope than expectation, eh? But,
honestly.
Yeah, not many positives. But Ben, enjoy your hospitality.
I'll try to.
Have some cheese and biscuits.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming on.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you.
Thank you very much. Who's next then? Hello, mate. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Not the best today.
Nah, she was a bit of a tough watch. First half, I don't think we got out the traps at all. But we were right behind Kepa's double save. Holy moly, that was incredible.
Really, really good, wasn't it?
Fantastic.
You know, first reflex and then just to dive to get that second shot.
To see it live, you know, you see it on TV, but to see it live, wow, he was quick. And then the way the goal gets scored, like the ball just seemed to just dribble across the front of the goal and go into the corner.
I seem to remember that when he scored against us last time, it was a similar sort of thing. It came across from the right, and then he just got something on it.
Yep. And that, again, we were right behind that as well the last time. But hey, second half they came out, but I think Villa played the ref pretty well, and played the game. Like saying before, down to 10 men, you probably didn't even notice the difference. And then when you can bring on so many different subs and not change the team, as in the quality of it, I think that's where we need to look for in the summer. Basically, get some better players. But hey, I've come over. It's great. It's good to see the game.
Will you be here for another game?
Yeah. So I'm off to City.
Yeah.
And so I'm up there, and then last game, take my mum and dad. We're going to shoot in hospitality for the last game. So. So my kids will be watching this, and my missus back in New Zealand. So, hello and all that. But really good. It's good to come over. It's still great. The football club looked after me, got tickets and stuff. So, and you guys are great as always. Thank you.
Man, thank you so much.
No
really
worries.
appreciate that.
Manchester.
Yeah, will do.
See ya.
Andy.
Hello.
Not quite the jubilance of last weekend, eh?
Well, I messaged you halfway through the first half to say this is not exactly an advertisement for the great Premier League, is it? The first half was one of the worst 45 minutes of football I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and it was capped
live on Sky.
Exactly, yeah. They must have been thrilled to have selected that game for live coverage. And it was capped with a scrappy goal that we should have defended better, and on another day might have gone wide. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, I think Aston Villa are better than us. They managed the game beautifully. Their back four is very well drilled, and not for the first time this season we look like a team that doesn't quite know how to break down well-drilled defenders against teams that play high up the pitch and are open to counters. We look quite dangerous. Today we barely laid a finger on them, and even with 10 men I think we didn't really create a chance of note. Martinez only had the one save right at the very end to make. We just lack a little bit of craft. It's other than Semenyo, it's hard to think of one of our players who can beat a man. We're relying on movement and angles to get past players, maybe fullbacks inverting, and it's just not happening. So against a team that's well drilled, we're always going to struggle. So I think whether we like it or not, mid-table is about our ceiling, and so a big transfer window to come in the summer.
Part of the reason we couldn't get around the back was because they didn't leave us any room around the back as well. It's almost like they played the style that they know we can't do well against.
And that's interesting, because the first thing you think of with an Emery team is a high defensive line and chance to run in behind, and they just didn't play that at all. Whether that's because Mings was playing and he hasn't got the pace of Torres, I don't know, but they did play in a completely unexpected way, as you say, and we just never looked like getting in. And I hate it when we kick towards the north stand in the first half. Absolutely hate it. And as soon as we turned around, I thought we won't win this game.
Do you think that was Tyrone Mings inspired? Because he knows which way we like to face it, and they obviously won the toss.
It always used to be Sean Dyche, didn't it? It used to, like Shaw's clockwork, Burnley would turn us around to kick the wrong way. And I don't think I can ever remember us getting a positive result when we've played that way in the first half. And maybe it was. Maybe it was.
That's right.
All right,
Thank
cheers,
you so
mate.
much. Cheers. We've got Jake, and we may. Are you coming on or what? Oh, she's making her mind up. Jake, talk to me.
I was a bit disappointed because we have just come away from a 2-1 comeback against Arsenal, so I thought everyone would be excited and uplifted, but it just seemed a bit flat. It just seemed a bit deflated.
Yeah, it was a struggle to watch large parts of that performance, which is not what we would usually be saying after watching 90 minutes of Irreoleable.
Yeah, I mean, I think Villa knew what they wanted to do, give us the ball because we don't want much of the ball, and go over easily. I don't think it was great today.
Yeah. Struggling to pick a man of the match. I mean, there's been a few players mentioned that haven't been on it today. Tavernier's name's been frequently mentioned. I don't think he's been. He was probably our worst performer. There were others that Alex Scott felt a bit lightweight in that first half. He got a couple of knocks. Semenyo wasn't quite on it. Probably guilty of giving the ball away, of course, for them scoring. Do any players come out with much credit from that?
I think Kepa played quite well, especially at probably his biggest highlight was the double save. I think they were both really good saves. So yeah, I'll probably go with Kepa.
Fair play. Jake, cheers for coming on. We may have Gail. Gail, oh, here she comes. Here she comes. You think I was ignoring you the other week, but it's all right. We'll get you in. Gail, talk to me. What was that like for you?
I think we were on the beach because we certainly weren't on the pitch.
Yeah.
But it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, the season we've had has been absolutely magnificent. I can forgive them.
Do you think
not the best performance?
Do you think the Arsenal game almost sort of took it out of them? Because that was one hell of a performance.
Oh God, the Arsenal performance was just out of this world, wasn't it? They look so knackered. Every single one of them looks exhausted. I don't even say that they played badly. I think they're just too knackered to even move one foot in front of the other. It's been a long season. I mean, 3 months with only 11 first-team players fit. That's caught up with us. And whatever else this season, it's been another record-breaking season. They've been absolutely magnificent for 95% of it, 99% of it. You know, we're going to have bad days. Unfortunately, today was one of them. But I don't think it's a lack of effort. I think they just look bloody exhausted.
Gail, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Up the Cherries, and perhaps for the last time.
Oh God. Is that Hungarian?
That's Hungarian.
Yeah.
And we might be saying goodbye to my boy. I don't want to say goodbye to my boy.
One more game, Gail. One more game. Come on. Well, and away.
But, you know, Huiran Milosh.
Yes, I know exactly what that means. JJ. How are you, mate? You all right? Oh, mate.
I don't know what not everybody said.
Frustration.
Yeah, we just didn't really.
I think credit's been played to Aston Villa as well for their gamesmanship, something that we don't want to see, we don't like. But if we were doing, the opposite to them, in that we would take it all day long.
Yeah, I mean, 100% Unai Emery masterclass, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
They won fouls, kept falling on the floor, ref kept blowing his whistle, a lot of stoppages in the game, which doesn't help our flow, because that's not the flow that we sort of need in order to progress in our game plan. So yeah, Unai Emery masterclass from that point. But yeah, we just didn't really look like we played with like the cutting edge today, to be fair. It just looked a bit deflated and just sideways, backwards. No one really just wanted to have a shot. That's what we were all crying out for in the East stand, someone just have a shot. Let's get the crowd a bit on board and let's just get the fans excited a bit. And it was just, but yeah, it was credit to Aston Villa, but can't be too deflated because they are a good team. Do you know what I mean? They only went out in the Champions League to Paris Saint-Germain, so we can't be too disappointed. But it's a bit deflating. It would have been nice to see our boys give it a bit of a nicer go. Marcus Tavernier did. I was quite critical of him today, but. Yeah, we missed Ryan Christie again. It shows today. He's just our best player by quite a while. So it's but yeah, onwards and upwards onto the next game. I don't think nobody expected us to get anything too much out of today's game. So it's deflating, but we move on. We got Leicester for our final home game of the season, so we should be expecting to win that, and hopefully we do. So up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries. Nice one. Thanks so much, mate. Really appreciate it, Tiggs. To finish,
Hey, so just go do
Thank you. Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, mate,
I'm taking your job.
What's going on?
So, by the way, just
How'd
big
you
shout
know?
out to Ollie, who's been holding the camera.
Thanks,
if you
Ollie.
want his opinions, right, we'll get him on the vlog, right? How's about that?
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yeah. Check out the
But
vlog. Is that tomorrow? Vlog?
Yeah, the vlog's out
Usual
tomorrow.
time?
His right arm is aching, by the way, through holding the camera.
Okay, fine. Thanks for clarifying. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I mean, you've been in hospitality, I see.
I have been in hospitality
Beautiful.
today,
How was your food? All right.
It was lovely. Yeah,
I mean, let's talk some highlights of the day, because that's probably
mozzarella, chicken, and then there was a brownie at the end. So that's probably my highlight of the day.
Did you
Football was not as high quality as the food today, but it's a weird thing. I've been talking to lots of people who wait in the line here, and I think, I can kind of accept it a little bit. I know that other people have another opinion and expect the standards to be high for Bournemouth, but I can sort of accept it when we lose against a team who are where they're at. And Aston Villa now end up being sixth in the league. I mean, that's incredible. And they've got that real kind of fight going on now on what's going on there. There's a few teams. There's them. There's Forest. So, I think rightly so. Their quality was better than ours today. I didn't think at the end of that first half we really threatened them too much, and them scoring when they scored. Yeah, we came out the gates a little bit better in the second half, but we didn't really threaten enough. And I just think it's really interesting, isn't it? Like Semenyo, I think he's an incredible player, but he goes through these little patches. Well, one patch he's like he'll have a go.
He's a streaky player, isn't he?
Yeah, he so is. What did you make of it? Where you were?
Just frustrated, really. I thought Villa, they did it well. They did what they had to do well. They played like a team you want to face. Almost like a Palace.
Yeah.
Or even when Brentford is, reminded me a bit of the Brentford game a little bit. But we just didn't have any space in behind. The wingers were poor.
Yeah.
I thought in the final third we just capitulated. Our pass completion rate, I'd love to see what it was, because it didn't feel very high whatsoever.
It was awful, wasn't it? It really was.
A lot of loose passes going on.
In the middle of the park.
A lot of crosses that were either hitting Martinez or over the bar or over everyone. Just one of them games, and like I've said before, usually it's exciting watching your own ball even when we lose, and that wasn't. But look, I think the pressure maybe got to them a little bit. Villa are a better side, 100%. They deserve the win.
Do you know, I had a couple of, I had 3 Villa fans with me tonight,
Yeah.
in hospitality, and they were part of my table. I know them, and one of them, Big Nige, his name is Big Nige, hello Big Nige, and when Villa went down to 10 men, he just leant over my shoulder and he went, "We are going to S-house this game now. You are not going to get a sniff."
Please tell me he did a Brummy accent.
He did. I'm not going to. I'm going to house this guy, Villa. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to do what you just did, because but
sorry, Big Nige.
Culturally
sounds
inappropriate.
threatening.
No, I'm joking. Of course, it isn't. I'll do it later in your ear.
Yeah, okay.
But he genuinely. Hello.
Yeah, I hear. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. All good.
But he was absolutely right. I mean, we didn't really get a sniff, and I know we got that chance at the end, and I thought, oh yeah, but apparently it was completely offside, so it wasn't even really a chance from Jebba.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Onwards and upwards. Look, it's still not over though. That's the remarkable thing about the season. It's still not over. We've got 2 games left.
Yeah, we can still get something. Who knows what's going to happen at City, and then we got Leicester. So we could still grab the place that we need. 8th.
Let's do it. Yeah. Right, Tiggs, pleasure.
Okay, I'm gonna moonwalk away.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure. Look, Ollie's going to have a say on the vlog. Make sure you subscribe, and Villa fans, you might want to hit the bell, because obviously you get to see a vlog where your team win, and it's not great for us, but it's probably great for you. Up the Chairs. We'll see you in the next one. You Eds.